Hi folks, we're getting some feedback and people are asking questions, so I thought I'd better put a bit more meat on the bones of the project without turning this into an overly long video. As you can probably remember from some of his previous videos, he's not as able-bodied as some. The way he puts it is that he has a certain quota of steps per day. Add on top of that I understand that some of the winters in Cincinnati can be pretty vicious. So the intent of this is not just to get him back on social media, but to enable him to use official websites and further his cause without having to use that quota of steps, if you see what I mean. In terms of worrying about finding income before worrying about Wi-Fi, the intention here is that I worry about the Wi-Fi and get the parts shipped to him that he needs. To try and answer some of the other points together, the last shelter that he was in didn't have public Wi-Fi, and because of his quota of steps issue, it wasn't easy for him to get to many of the open public access points. So he's actually spent some time offline. On top of that, the laptop was stolen before he got the place where he is now. So all he's got pretty much is a small mobile phone, and I don't think that has a socket to take an external antenna. So even though there's Wi-Fi nearby where he is now, the mobile phone can't pick it up, and also the data connection where he is not very good either. So he's still not very active on the internet. I don't think he'd really be able to watch much in the way of instructional YouTube videos. I think that describes where he is at the moment. Now, my intention was to get him another low-cost laptop, and as you probably know, the antennas for those things are inside, haven't got much distance on them, and the lower cost units don't have sockets for external antenna anyway. I believe that the signal that's reaching his room is so weak that a repeater in his room wouldn't be of much use, but I'll make the suggestion anyway. And I think that the only place where he has any influence over is the room. I don't think that he'd be able to get a Wi-Fi repeater into another part of the building. I'll put forward the suggestion anyway, it's a good one, and we'll see what comes of that. Back to the laptop, my intention was then to get a USB Wi-Fi unit, because typically those have sockets for external antenna, and then it would be possible to either make or buy an external antenna and use that. That's pretty much where my thinking was. So over to you folks.